Football fans, what up though? Welcome back to Full Contact Football. And it's finally here, y'all. Super Bowl 57, all 22 coaches film dropped yesterday, and it was like Christmas for me. So what we're going to take a look at here on this video is the Philadelphia Eagles red zone defense versus the Kansas City Chiefs red zone offense. We're going to look at some of the layers of what the Eagles were trying to do, and also what Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy saw on film prior to the Super Bowl, as well as during the Super Bowl, to confirm their plan of action and how they attacked the Eagles and manipulated their scheme. Let's look at it. All right, guys, so the first thing we're going to take a look at is the evidence of who the Eagles are as a red zone scheme, okay? I went back and I looked at the Giants game from the divisional round. I looked at the Week 18 game as well, okay? When they got into the tight red zone, they would go to a sub nickel package where they would go to a double eagle look. That's just simply meaning they're going to have five pass rushers, two big guys, two tackles in the B gaps, and one guy right over the center. All right, which is going to create one-on-ones for their vicious pass rush. And then they're going to use their defensive backs, okay, in a cover one scheme where they're either going to show one high safety, meaning one safety in the middle of the field, or two, and they're going to use those safeties to rotate and adjust for any motion that the offenses are going to do. Now, this causes some confusion, as there's going to be a lot of communication anytime there is motion down in the tight red zone, otherwise known as the goal line. Okay, so as you can see with those final two clips, that's the evidence of who the Eagles are down in the red zone. There's a lot of confusion because everybody's tied up to a man, and the Chiefs obviously knew this coming into the game, and let's look at how they manipulated this throughout the game. All right, first touchdown for the Kansas City Chiefs in the first quarter. They're down in the red zone. They know they're getting man from the Eagles. We're going to focus on Kelsey here coming in motion to clarify that it is man for Mahomes. Kelsey's going to run a pivot mixed with the double move of a wheel route just down the sideline, which is extremely difficult for one guy to cover because there's so many components to the route. The beauty of this is on the tight, Mahomes knows right away, looking to the backside, hey, the pick route didn't work. I'm going to throw to Kelsey, throws a beautiful ball for a touchdown. So this next clip is in the third quarter. So we're definitely in the tight red zone, pretty much goal line here. You have the full sub package that we talked about. The Chiefs come out in a 3-by-1 look. They're going to motion Sky Moore across the field, which is going to create huge conflict within the Eagles defense because the free safety is supposed to adjust and take Sky on the motion. The guy that was covering Sky is supposed to replace the deep middle safety in the middle and be the spy on the quarterback or free hitter. But the play action fake really discombobulates the middle linebacker, so he can't get out to the flats. And then you also have the components of the pick routes, making it difficult for the traffic to get to the running back out into the flats. So the very next play is actually pretty funny from a coaching standpoint because you get the yo-yo motion causing multiple conflicts and conversations against the Eagles defense. But more importantly, on the line of scrimmage, in that 5-man package, when you pull guards, and they pull two linemen here on the counter, it creates mismatches in numbers because you don't have anybody to scrape over the top to fill in those gaps that the pulling linemen are going to create. So this was an easy walk-in touchdown. In this clip, we're now into the fourth quarter. All right. You're going to get the motion to create the conflict within the defensive back, initially responsible for the receiver, and the safety coming out of coverage. Now on this outside zone play, the tight end is going to run a split zone action where he's going to block the opposite defensive end. Because of this, the outside linebacker / safety that's responsible for him, and also secondary force here, ends up going halfway across the field before he recognizes the run, and then has to try to chase McKinnon down, but the damage is already done. So guys, those are a couple of clips of what the Chiefs offensive coaches saw prior to the game. And then as you're playing these games, you got tons of coaches in those skyboxes watching all these things, confirming some of the suspicions that you had about your opponent. So it was very easy for the Chiefs to go down their Rolodex of plays and say, hey, the outside zone with the motion is going to work. Counters are going to work. Motion pivots are going to work, double moves, because they know that they're going to get man coverage. They know that they're going to only have 5 guys on the line, so they're not going to be able to get the scrapes over the top in the run game. And it really is a failure of the Eagles' defensive coaching staff not to make any adjustments or to get into play schemes that are a little bit more simple, knowing that the Chiefs were going to be motion heavy, but more importantly, not being able to make the in-game adjustments once you saw that your guys were struggling and couldn't make the adjustments properly on the field. So really, did the Eagles get outplayed at times there in the second half? Absolutely. But this was a masterful coaching job by the Chiefs offense and really their defense too. Like, I can't wait to show you guys some of the things that happened on that end too. But nonetheless, guys, that's the video. Hope you liked it. If you did, hit the like button. You guys should definitely just subscribe to the channel. About to hit you in the head with plenty of content like this.